The text said, "Don't look up." Just that. No emoji, no punctuation. And it came from my boyfriend. Well, he was sitting right next to me. I remember staring at the screen, waiting for the punchline, waiting for him to laugh or for the phone to flash, "Message failed." But it didn't. It buzzed again. That's where the night started. If you want to understand how it ended, we have to start a few minutes earlier. It was a quiet Friday, in the middle of a thunderstorm, in a town where nothing bad really ever happens. I live in Springfield, Missouri. College town, half students, half people still deciding if they should have left years ago. It was a long week. Ryan and I both had worked late. Me in the grad lab, him at the IT help desk. So Friday meant the usual ritual. Thai takeout on a blanket, pretending we could afford rent and pad CU at the same time. $25 after fees. He complained about the delivery surcharge. I told him to tip anyway. I said, "You keep acting broke and generous at the same time. It's impressive." Ryan said, laughing, "I'm generous with feelings, not money." The storm outside was picking up. Thunder rolled through the walls. The kind of Midwest thunder that feels personal. He had one arm behind me, scrolling his half-dead phone with the other. "You're gonna kill that thing," I said. 5% in faith, it's my brand." He said it like running out of battery was a personality trait. He says that every week. My phone buzzed. There was a text. It said, "Don't look up." I laughed automatically. "Okay, creepy." I tilted the screen toward him. "Did you send me this?" He blinked. "What?" "My phone's dead. Finally ran out of juice about 30 seconds ago." "Sure," I said. Ryan said, "Meg, seriously, I didn't send that." He showed me the phone screen. It was off. Not even 0%, just off now. I looked up. He looked down. The air between us suddenly felt too still. The next text came 10 seconds later. On my phone, I read, "He's there." Again, from Ryan's number. My laugh caught halfway out. The storm cracked close. For a second, both of us just sat, the TV flickering off our faces. "This isn't funny," I said. I didn't." "Then who did then?" I asked. He grabbed his charger, plugged the phone in. It stayed black. A third vibration came almost immediately. Another text on my phone from Ryan. "He's behind you." My heart thudded in my chest. I turned my head slow enough to hear my own breath move. There was no one there, just the storm and the refrigerator hum. Then the TV volume jumped as the streaming app glitched. A local channel popped on mid-commercial. "Annual farmers market opens tomorrow downtown." And in other news, 3 suspects were arrested earlier this week after attempting a nighttime robbery at First Prairie Bank. Officials say the men are armed and dangerous. The thunder continued to roll outside. Another commercial played. "Secure your home with Guardian 360 because peace of mind shouldn't sleep." More commercials. "Tired of soggy fries? Try the Crisp Wave Air Bowl because the crunch matters." Ryan interrupted. "That ad follows me everywhere." I said, "This stupid ad makes it worse somehow, like everything was normal." It wasn't. And inside it wasn't. I said to Ryan, "This isn't funny." He said, "Meg, look at me. My phone's off. Maybe someone cloned my number." "Cloned it? What does that even mean?" I said. "Number spoofing, like fake caller ID for texts," he said. He sounded confident, but his eyes kept drifting towards the window. Another flash lit the room. The lights dimmed, buzzed, then held. "I hate this," I said. "Let's Google it," he said. He opened a laptop. I read from the screen, "Telecom hijack, relay mirror, dark web prank scripts." I had to reread that line and didn't say anything. Then another text came in. Don't trust the police. We both froze. Maybe someone's outside, I said. I went to the front window. Streetlights flickering under the storm. Nobody there. But my reflection jumped each time the lightning flashed. Back on the TV announcer again, reading the news. First Prairie robbers disabled the bank's cameras with a daylight projection system to confuse staff. In other news, the city council meets Tuesday about pothole repairs downtown. More commercials. Hey Springfield, upgrade to pure sit water filters because your tap deserves better. This town is one bad ad away from panic, I said to Ryan. I looked back at my phone. We're calling 911, he said. Why? Say what? My boyfriend's ghost texting me on his phone that's dead? Ryan said, you've got messages saying that we're being watched. He dialed. I heard the dispatcher. Faintly in the background, I heard her say, if the messages continue, just document them. Officers can check for spoof numbers. Stay inside until the storm passes. Click. And that was it. For a minute, all you could hear was the rain. The police came the next day. 2 of them. They stood in our kitchen, tracking mud across the floor, pretending not to notice the takeout boxes. We've seen this before, the one said. Someone uses a spoof server to bounce your own number back at you. Usually it's a prank. Can you tell who? Ryan asked. Eventually, these things get routed through 5 or 6 IP masks. It gets really technical. He smiled the way people do when they don't have answers. You'd be surprised how often it's a friend messing around. He said it casually, like he'd already decided which version of this he was going to file. They left with polite promises and a paper copy of the report. Ryan tried to laugh it off. I bet it's Kyle. That idiot's always testing hacker scripts. I didn't laugh. That night we reheated leftovers. Netflix auto-played the same show we never finished. For a while, everything felt fine again. Until his phone battery hit 7%. He set it on the table to charge. I watched the little red bar blink once before the screen went black. My stomach tightened. Don't say it, Ryan said. I'm not saying anything, I responded. We sat like statues, waiting for a sound. The phone lit up again. Not his. Mine. I didn't pick it up. I didn't need to. The preview banner showed enough. Charge it, the text said. We sent everything to the detective. They said they'd look into it. That was a month ago. No word since. The news mentioned more break-ins last week, buried between weather and sports. Case still under investigation, they said. That's all they said. Ryan jokes about it now. He leaves his phone dead on purpose sometimes just to watch me flinch. I laugh, mostly. But every time he checks his screen or every time it goes dark, sometimes the air feels heavier, like static before lightning. I started keeping my own phone charged. I don't know why. They said it was harmless, a prank, but someone had to know his battery was dead. And if you ever get a text from someone sitting right next to you, remember who else may be watching you.